What's up, fam? Welcome back to the Daily Ramble. If this is your first time here, I feel like I'm being really sketchy. I'm just walking through this field and I'm like kind of creeping, and I got no shoes on. I'm trying to reconnect with Earth. Honestly, it feels really good. I'm in a pretty good mood right now. I cried earlier today because I was frustrated with the process of finding a therapist, and essentially, like, I've had to call like so many numbers and they put me on hold for like 15 minutes and they're like, oh, actually call this number, or let me transfer you. And they're like, oh, okay. Oh, and then this person's going to call you back, and I'll call you back in a few days and then let you know that somebody else is going to call you in a couple days. And they're like, oh, well, you don't have a medical record yet, so we can't do anything until we get a medical record set up. So we're going to have to wait a while. I'm just like, what is even happening? And then in the end of it, I found out that the only therapist that my insurance covers are like 45 minutes away, and I want to do in person because I just want that like in person like energy exchange. But I don't know, maybe I'll have to I could just drive the 45 minutes, I guess, for the in person. Maybe I'll do a few in person and then switch to over the phone or something, but I don't know. It'd definitely be helpful to have a therapist, but I'm feeling pretty good now. And I'm excited because after I upload this video, I'm going to do my second artist date. So this is like my third week doing the Artist Way book. I did the artist date at the end of the first week, but at the end of the second week, well, I guess you could call this an artist date, but probably not. I went on a meditation course 3 days last week, from Friday to got back the morning of Tuesday. And so this week was like pretty awesome. I was able to, at the meditation course, go into my subconscious mind and remove a lot of these impurities and these blockages in my subconscious mind that have been standing in my way emotionally. And so this week I felt like so much better, literally like night and day. And that makes sense because I meditated for literally over 30 hours, maybe 33 hours, in a matter of just a few days. And so this week was awesome. Yesterday I went to a super fun event and I posted a bunch of videos on my channel. It was a demystifying NFTs event, and so they talked about NFTs and Web3, and I met a few different people that haven't been into NFTs before, and so I talked with them about it, like found out what their plans were for doing an NFT launch potentially in the future, or just learning about their life. And I went with my friend Doric, who we've been he's working on starting his own company. I've been like helping with that, like with the potential of maybe becoming co-founders together, but just the things that we're doing are just totally different. But so we've been just building a relationship, trying to find if we can land on an idea for a company or for a startup that is a nice like overlap of both of our strengths. I kind of realized that I'm pretty interested in learning more about sales. Like, I think doing like tech sales would be an interesting job for me because I enjoy meeting new people and I enjoy talking, and I know about technology and I enjoy creating innovative solutions. And so like I'm thinking like, and then the company that Doric wants to start is like something related to robotics and maybe AI. And so he works with robots and uses robots to automate tasks. That's what he did in his previous job. And so doing some kind of like sales role could be cool for me in there, but I don't really know. And so after I upload this video, I'm going to do an artist date where I'm getting my keyboard and my beat pad, my Machine MK2 that I've had for a while. I haven't used it in so long. I used the machine to make a bunch of beats in college and then did it a little bit after I graduated, but I really have not used it very much in the last like 5 years maybe, or three or 4 years. So I'm doing an artist date where I'm turning my phone on airplane mode, and I'm just going to spend a solid 3 hours just playing around, making some beats. So I will probably share them here on this channel, but I'm not sure. Maybe it'll go into a song, maybe I'll rap on it, but I'm excited to just play around making music. I've been really deep into the writing lyrics and the rapping side of my music journey recently, for the last like 3 years since I started doing it full time. I haven't really made any beats except for Big Hat. That song, I made that beat with the help of my friend Matt, but I kind of like made the beat, right, and then he like helped arrange and mix it and sequence everything. But yeah, so I'm excited to, and Big Hat is my song that most people like the most. So hopefully, I mean, I don't know, I have no expectations. It's just an artist date. I'm just playing around with no outcomes, just making a beat. So that's where I'm at with that, and we're at 6 minutes, and I'm excited to go do that. Is there anything else that I want to talk about? So like investing, you can buy stocks. If you have cash, you can buy stocks, and pretty much everything is on sale right now. You got to do like a little bit of research, but basically the question you should ask is, will this company exist 5 years from now? And if the answer is yes, then it's probably an okay stock to buy. But the thing about stocks is they have drastically different returns. And so I watched this YouTube video by the Swedish investor. It was called like 100 Baggers or something. And the concept of the video is like, how do you find companies that could potentially 100x in value over the next few years? And so that's kind of the mindset that I take when I'm picking stocks. So that's why I have like a lot of just individual stocks. But I bought a lot of the stocks like when they were all at their peak, like a few months ago. So many of the stocks are down 90%. But the thing is, like when I picked the stocks, it was because I thought that they could at least 10x in the next few years. And now they're down 90%, which means like those stocks theoretically could now potentially 100x. Because the price going down has nothing to do with what the company is or does or how successful it's going to be. It's literally just like, do people want cash or do people want this stock? And like, yeah, people are selling and all that right now, and the stock market's all down. But that means that if you were to buy now, this stock that used to be a 10x stock is now like potentially 100x stock. So that's kind of cool, but unfortunately I have like almost no cash. So like that's part of the reason that I got like super sad, because the stock market all went down and I was like, dang, I don't have enough cash to buy these things that I want to buy anymore, because I bought them all when they were much more expensive. And then like, and yet I still did buy some of them, and I was like, okay, now I have really not that much cash. But that's that, and now we're almost at 9 minutes. Is there anything else that I want to touch on? If you haven't tried meditation before, give it a try. They have apps. The Calm app is free to try. So honestly, I haven't used the Calm app that much. I've used it like a little bit. I really liked Headspace, because Headspace has like courses that you can take. So I went through these Headspace meditation courses. Like one of them was like creativity meditations, and like you do like a short meditation every day on this specific thing, like creativity or handling stress. And so the idea is, by doing it repeatedly day after day, you can change the way that your mind works, the way that your brain works and your mind works. Because meditation can do two things, at least, probably more than two things, but it can alter your state or it can alter your traits. So altering your state means if you meditate on the concept of gratitude, or you like repeat a mantra, or you hold an image of a god or goddess or something, you can alter your state and become more happy or more grateful, or more energetic or more sleepy, more relaxed. Or you can do meditations that will alter your traits. And so I like the headspace thing because I felt like it was altering my traits. I was becoming more and more creative day after day, week after week. And Vipassana meditation is like the ultimate, like altering, the ultimate trait altering meditation, because you're using your breath as a bridge from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind, and then you are like manually working out these knots, letting them go, and eradicating suffering. So I was suffering. I still suffer, obviously, at times, but I was suffering a lot, like before I went to the meditation course, and after 30 hours of meditation, I was suffering significantly less this week. So there's proof that it works right there for you. The website is dhamma.org, DHAMMA.org. And I've been like writing like a book, like many pages, just going through my experience at the last meditation course. But today while writing, I realized that a lot of the details were slipping my mind. But then also I was like, well, a lot of these details don't really matter. There was like some key moments. So the moment that I wrote about today, which was like a transformative experience, it happened on day 2, where I talked about it a little bit. I had these intrusive thoughts where I kept repeating, I'm going to do it, like meaning I'm going to kill myself. Like on day 1, I was like, I'm going to run out of money. And if I run out of money, I'm going to die. And then like day 2, I was like, well, if I run out of money, I might not die, but if my projects fail, I'll have no other choice but to kill myself. And I had this moment of breaking down, started crying, and the thought kept repeating in my head, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And what I did at that moment was just let go. I had practiced this technique. Like, I don't even know if this is a legit thing. Well, it kind of is. I mean, I learned it in Hatha Yoga, at the end of Hatha Yoga. In the end of this Hatha Yoga video that I watched in the past, I did it a lot of times. It's called Hatha Yoga Level 1 and 2. Definitely check that out. That is a fire video. Completely changed my whole understanding of yoga and my own body. And at the end of it, you do this thing where you go through each body part and flex and relax it. And this is also a therapy technique, actually. So it was interesting to me that I first learned it in Hatha Yoga, and then I learned the same technique in group therapy. And so the idea here is that like you're storing tension in these different body parts, and so by going through manually tensing and then relaxing, you can relax your whole body. And so when I was having these intrusive thoughts and crying while meditating by myself in the room, I just relaxed every muscle in my body. Like I went limp, like as if I was like a dead body. So I was like, it was kind of like, well, I'm not going to kill myself, actually. This is my subconscious mind that's sending up these thoughts of suicidal thoughts. And actually, it's like a signal of some other part, like some part in me that needs to die. And so I was like, symbolically, my body went limp. And after that, the thoughts subsided. And I started to weep instead of tears of fear, because, I mean, I wasn't afraid I was going to kill myself, but it was just such a unpleasant experience. It became tears of joy. And so I was like sitting cross-legged, and I put my hands in like a prayer position, and I just like started repeating this prayer, and I was like, please rebuild me, please rebuild me, please Lord rebuild me, please rebuild me. And I don't know how many times I repeated that, but I got a confirmation that was like, yes, my son, you will be rebuilt. And I was like, that's lit. And so I started crying more, and my palms fell open, and I breathed slowly and my spine became erect again, sitting in an upright position with my hands open on my knees, breathing deeply, and I felt my chest and my heart rising upward and relaxing back down. And I felt much lighter, like a demon had left my body, and that's thanks to Vipassana meditation. So if you think you would benefit from an experience like this, where you're going in your subconscious mind, you're bringing out these impurities, and you're just letting them go. You're staying equanimous. You're not fighting against them. You're not attaching to them. You're not becoming attached to the sensation of being free of it, because that can be a red herring. You want to stay equanimous and allow, just observe, just observe, just observe. And so this has been the Daily Ramble. This was a pretty long one, 16 minutes. Is this the longest? Should I go for a new record? I think it is a new record. So if you listen to this whole thing, wow, thank you so much. My name is David Prorock. I don't know if I said that, but I mean, it's on my channel. And so I would love if you give this a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, send the link to somebody that you think would be interested in these topics that I talked about right here. I'm about to go grab my keyboard, make some beats, bro. Peace, bro and sis. Fam. The whole fam is here. Quantum, Department of Transportation. Let me take a selfie really quick. Yo, did you know that while you're filming a video on iPhone, that little white button up there is like a selfie button? So you can just tap it and you can take videos, you can take photos while you're taking videos. That's like so cool. So like I film these things, and then anytime I'm filming, now I always like snap still images. And then I have photos and videos. There's really no reason. Like you could do a whole photo shoot like while taking video, and then also just snapping that. Of course, then you can't do portrait mode, but like that feature is so awesome. You can also like drag it. What is that?